Hello, everybody, and welcome to Santa Clarita Valley's Real Estate Beat. I'm Jason Reno. This is Keith Reno of the Reno team of Wintrust Mortgage. And our guest today is our good friend and referral partner, Brian Enns with Realty Execs. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Excellent. Thanks.
Great.
Thanks for
so good to be back.
aboard. Yeah, always good.
Hey, I want to start off by asking the question, how do you educate your customers when they're getting ready to put their home on the market? What's some of the dialogue you have with them for that preparation?
Great question. We're actually, I anticipate in the early part of next year after the holidays are done, I anticipate a huge influx of listings. Okay. And people either putting their homes back on the market that weren't successful the first time and or people putting it on for the first time.
Waiting until after the holidays, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And, a lot of people who aren't really successful right now are, they're not successful for a multitude of reasons, but they're going to pull it off the market, enjoy the holidays with the family, and then put it back on the market. So with that question coming up, the answer to that is there's so much. Yeah. I don't really know where to start. We only have a couple minutes here, but first and foremost is finding the right agent, an agent that is going to have a good marketing plan, not just take pictures. What kind of pictures? What are they going to do with those pictures? Are they doing aerial footage from a drone if the home warrants it? Things like that. What kind of internet marketing are they going to do? Finding the right agent is obviously very important.
Now, how about if I'm a seller, what can I be doing personally to prep myself? Because is it just my home's on the MLS and that's it, or is there things that I need to be aware of too?
No, absolutely. There's just, whenever we go on a listing appointment, there's just as much us interviewing the particular client as it is them interviewing us, because there's so much that they have to do to participate. There's so much. I mean, first and foremost is your lifestyle. Yeah. You have to be ready to show your home with an hour or two notice, in all realisticness.
Worry about pets, right?
Yeah, pets. Can somebody show the home in an hour? Is the home clean? Are you prepared to leave for 4 or 5 hours on a couple weekends for an open house? There's a lot that needs to go into
you have to make sure the seller's mentally prepared to move at the
make sure that the home is ready to go as well. You have to be ready. The home has to be ready. Usually the majority of people have to get a storage unit for a lot of their stuff because the home's got to be as simple as possible. And I don't want to go into decorating ideas because that's not really my thing. We have people who will hire for that. Should your home need it, we'll hire people to do the decorating. But that's a totally separate thing. I mean, there's so many moving parts to having a successful listing and sale of your home. Unless the home's vacant, that just makes our life easy. But
I shouldn't be leaving my dirty ice cream bowl in the sink from the night before, type of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, especially out here in Santa Clarita, so many people have kids, so it's like, okay, the adults can stay picked up, but then are the kids' rooms going to be a mess? Are the kids' bathrooms going to be a mess? Is their clothes going to be everywhere? It's I don't think people realize how much goes into listing your home.
A lot goes into it. And that partially is probably why a lot of people aren't successful. People always talk about pricing. There's so many games to play when it comes to pricing a home. You have to study the market and know where your pricing points are. Like for instance, if your home's worth whatever, we'll call it $500, why would you list at $505 or $510? Makes no sense. You list it at $499, you get 3 times the buyers to come through, and the house will still sell for $510. It happens all the time. We play those games. I call it a game, even though you're really dealing with a lot of money. But it's a marketing game, and we deal with that all the time. And there's so many moving parts that it's important that the people are ready as well.
So where do you start off with these folks that are interested in selling? What's the first step for them? Sitting down with you, a phone conversation?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost is going to be them, making sure that we are the right agent for them, and adversely, or not adversely, but we need to make sure that they're the right client for us, We are going to, over-market the home, Are we going to use drone footage as kind of the newest and greatest thing that's really working and selling a lot of homes? What are we going to do with those pictures? How are we going to market it? Not every home gets marketed the same way. It's no longer put it in, a magazine at the car wash anymore and it's going to sell. That's not going to work. That's not the way it works anymore. It's all on the buyer's iPads and computers and huge monster companies that are going to use access the MLS info.
And having a good website like you guys have is huge, correct?
Having an awesome website as well. Yeah, there's so many moving parts that it's important to get everything going at the same, a well-oiled machine.
It sounds like, too, you really have to, you as the agent, sometimes it's a tough role, but you have to tell the clients what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. It's not just, oh, your home looks awesome, let's list it for 50 grand above what your neighbor sold for. It's coming in and telling them, hey, your house is, too cluttered, clean it out, keep the house clean. You've got to really be honest with them if you're doing them justice, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, what's the point? What's the point in us telling them, yeah, everything's great, you guys' livelihood is good, you're ready to go, your home's ready to go. Here's where we're going to price it where you want to price it. And then, everybody's happy for the first week or so. And then all of a sudden there's no one showing their home. The home's not selling, and all of a sudden they look at us. And, that's why it's important for us to be honest with them and say, listen, this needs to happen. You need to be ready. Obviously it's a team effort. It's not just hiring a good agent and letting them do what they want. It's a good team effort,
Of course. Great information. Thanks for coming on the show today.
No
where
problem.
Where can everybody find you at?
Everybody knows how to find us. Come on now, right?
Well, just remind them.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can always reach us at our website, thescvagents.com, or, of course, call us in our office, 661-964-1760.
Thanks again for coming aboard. You can reach us at renoteam.com or feel free calling us at our office, 661-254-7100. Thanks, everyone, for joining us, and look forward to hearing from you soon.